The Roger the Wild Child Show is brought to you by our friends at Prism Design Company. Are you looking for a cool new logo for your business? Do you need some graphics for your new website or blog? Our friends at Prism Design are a premier graphics design company that can handle all your needs. You can find Prism Design Company on Facebook or contact them directly at 618-534-4291. All the great graphics on the Roger the Wild Child Show are brought to you by our friends at Prism Design Company.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's go!
Hey, y'all, it's time for the Roger the Wild Child Show.
Roger the Wild Child Show.
Here we go again with another boot-scootin' kicking episode of the Nashville edition of the Roger the Wild Child Show with your host, Roger the Wild Child, along with his crazy sidekicks, the sassy Southern sweetheart Megan Bennett, country rock musician Patrick James, and singer-songwriter, social media girl Kristen Kay. And want to know what's the nitty-gritty from Music City? Elise Harper has your Nashville music news. Yeehaw! Let's do this.
Now that we're all prepared, let's start the show!
It's Roger the Wild Child Show! All right, everyone, and welcome. It is Roger the Wild Child Show.
Hi, Patrick.
Patrick, he made
How
it.
are you, honey?
What's up, Raj?
Hey, how was Collective Soul yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. What a great show. The crowd was great.
I'm so jealous. I love Collective Soul.
Yeah, they're great.
I love them.
I love them too. Yeah,
They're such an amazing band.
they really are, man. They just keep getting better. I haven't seen them play since the last time I toured with them in 2000. I did a couple tours with them, one with the Cranberries and another one on our own. And we kept connected throughout the years. But I had a chance to, man. I couldn't wait to get off the stage and listen to them play. But it was really great. We had a
So
great
you were
show.
opening for them,
gosh,
right?
yes.
Yes, we opened for them.
Which band were you in it for
Human
last?
band for them.
Okay.
Texas that I'm working with. We opened for them. We had a great night, sold out show. It was a really, really great show. What a
I
great!
bet.
I just walked in the door, dude.
Yes.
Just get back.
You're like,
Me
you're a
too.
trooper. You're a trooper.
Me
Okay.
too.
I am. I just put my guitar down in my suitcase. So
My
I'm a
purse is
guy.
right here. Like, same.
what's that?
Same. I said my purse. I literally just walked through the door.
I hear you.
And it's been a day.
All right, if you guys are
you know,
watching
man,
the
I
show
was-
right now, hold on, Pat. If you guys are watching, blow up the chat. Let me know you're listening. Say hi. We'll give you some shout outs on the air. Go ahead, Pat. Patrick?
Yeah, I got my earbuds on. There you go. Can you hear me now?
There
Yes,
you
I
are.
can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, Megan, remember when we were talking? I was in Atlanta recording
Yeah.
with this band, while I was at Will Turpin Studio from Collective Soul. That's how remember I was telling you to come meet me? Told
That's
you.
right.
Right. So here we are. Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Come back to Atlanta.
We will. We
Okay,
will.
good.
Come to Houston.
We will. We will. We
All
will.
right.
I just want to see you and hug your neck, Patrick.
Your
Why-
neck.
That's what we say down here in the South.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we got a great show tonight. Kristen is out. She's under the weather. Elise Harper, well, she apparently has a flat tire and
Some car trouble.
Yeah, well,
It
it
happens.
happens. Yeah,
It happens.
it happens.
It happens.
So, but you know what? They're here in spirit, and
We will
that's what
miss y'all.
counts. Yes,
We will miss y'all.
Yes, we
we
will.
will. So, anyways,
But
we got
we've got some amazing artists on tonight.
yes,
Yes, we do. Yes, we
We-
do.
You know, we got
Justin Wright and Mary Sarah.
yes,
Woo!
Amazing.
and they are on fire. And let me tell
They
you,
really, really are.
I listened to them in the green. Before a show, pre-show, they were doing a sound check, and oh my gosh, these
Amazing,
both-
right?
Yeah, they're talented.
Yeah.
Justin and I are friends on Facebook, and
Oh, very cool.
he is such an amazing artist. So is Mary Sarah, but
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to hearing them both.
Yes.
It's exciting.
Yes.
And we're here rocking the Roger Wild
can I
Child
just
show.
brag for a second? I had to brag to Roger earlier.
Yeah.
as lo- as long as we've been doing these shows, like I've never really put thought into. It's always been like sporadic questions.
Uh-huh.
And I always steal her question.
Wow.
I've got
Wow.
questions. I sat there and pondered for an hour. I was like, what is some like I just want to change
All right,
it
hang
up
on a
bit.
second. Here we go. It's now the Megan Bennett Show.
Oh yeah, okay. Cool.
I love
I'm
it.
so excited though.
I love it.
haven't been on in a couple weeks, so
All right.
I'm
Fire
so
away.
glad to be back.
All right.
I'm excited. So
Oh,
yeah, let's
that's
get it
exciting.
going.
Let's get it going. So let's bring on our first guest tonight. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the Nashville music news tonight, and Kristen was supposed to sing for us, so we're not having that. But that's okay, because we're just going to go straight to our guests, because our guests are on fire. The views are blowing up right now. Guys, get in the chat room, put a comment, let me know where you guys are watching us from.
Please say
We
hi.
want to know. Just say hi, type it in the comments here, and we want to know that you guys are watching and where everybody is from. Okay.
Yes.
So
And
without
any
further,
questions, any
Yes.
questions
Your
you want to ask the artist, let us know.
absolutely. So let's
Okay.
our first guest. She is from my area here in Texas. I found that out just a few minutes ago, and literally, she is like lived up the street from where I live, and now she's in Nashville.
Does
Wait.
she really?
Yes,
That's awesome. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
she is like literally the next town over.
What
Like
a
we're like.
small world.
Yeah, we're like just a few miles away from each other, but not anymore because she's
Too
now
cool.
living in Nashville. But yeah, she is
Yeah,
cool,
but
of course.
awesome.
Very cool. Yeah, I've been following her for quite some time myself. So
Oh,
looking forward to yes.
I'm so
all right. Mary Sarah, welcome to the show.
Hi,
Hello.
Hi Mary,
Glad
how are
you were
you?
with us.
I'm so wonderful. Wonderful. Isn't that crazy that we're from the same area?
It is.
Yes.
It is. I know a lot of Texas places, but never Rogers area until I met him. So I'm learning like
Yeah.
around.
Well, honestly, it's rare. Like I do meet a lot of Texans, and usually
Really?
they're like Dallas or Austin, and
Right.
so it's rare that it's like Richmond, Katy.
Right. And I
Katie is
told her
what I
what
know,
my
yeah.
subdivision is, and she's like, I know that.
Exactly
I'm
where you are right now.
Very cool. Very cool.
What a small world.
Yes,
Very good. Thanks for having me, all.
of
Thank you
course.
for being
So
here.
apparently Megan has all the questions for you
I
tonight.
do.
I guess
so
Megan's
stoked.
fired up. Go girl.
I'm so
I'm
stoked.
excited to hear you. You know, I was on
Yeah.
a plane. I was on a plane coming back from Grand Rapids, so I got here. So I'm looking forward to listening to you.
Yeah,
Gonna play
he
some new-
opened
you
up
gonna
for
play some new
Collective
stuff?
Soul, You know,
Yeah.
Just collective soul.
that's all.
Yeah,
Casual.
they're
That's
awesome.
I wouldn't have been mad if you wouldn't have made it, but I'm happy you did.
Right?
I'm here for you, girl. I got you, girl.
Thanks.
Me too.
I love it.
All right. So, Mary, you're in Nashville. How long you been in the Nashville area?
It's kind of crazy. I have lived in Nashville for 11 years now, going on 12.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Quite wild. I moved here when I was 17.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was.
So-
Oh my goodness.
I was
That
working.
puts you 28 now. I know my math.
29, and yeah.
I'm sitting here like 1, 2.
I just turned
29.
yeah, I just turned 29.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I love Texas, so I mean, I have literally Texas tattooed on my back. If you guys see
Do
my
you?
yeah, if you
Really?
see the newest cover of my latest single, The Bottom, you'll see it. It's on
Okay.
the front of it.
Great.
We're gonna have to see that.
So we were just talking about this how with Justin before this in the green room about how you go to Nashville and like you end up making your way back to Texas anyways.
Right. I've
Right.
heard that.
You know, like,
Yes.
I love that. You know, I think it's a really cool thing. It's,
Yes.
Well,
I've heard
there's-
that.
Two robust music scenes. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yes.
There's a lot happening.
sure.
A lot happening.
Mhm.
Mhm.
For sure.
I do love my live shows in Texas, though. That hands down, it takes the
Mhm.
thing. But
Yeah, I'm going to be there on September 25th. I'll let you know. I think we're starting a tour there, doing some shows in Texas. So hopefully I'll be close to you guys.
love that. Love that.
Roger, you too.
Atlanta.
We're going to be in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time I called you and called you to come down to the studio.
You said no. You said.
Oh, yes, I
it's
did.
10 o'clock. Let's do it. I'll catch you next time.
And then you know what? I'm going to call your shit out, Megan. She hits me up and she goes, I don't know. I think he's got some weird people with him.
I said I'm recording a record. I'm recording a record on Reel to Reel Studios. Who are weird people when I bring with you?
I don't know, but I did tell Roger that. I was
Are you
like,
kidding
I really
me?
want to
Yeah.
see Patrick, but I don't know the people he's with.
Oh,
It's
come
kinda
on.
Like,
We stayed in a house together in LA. Come on.
I know you would.
Yeah.
You would.
I
keep
would
me
never-
Safe. Right.
You're safe. But listen, anywhere you roll with me, you're
Oh, yeah.
safe. You ain't never got to worry about that.
100%.
That's a hands down.
So next time he's in Atlanta, he says at 2:00 in the morning, get to this house on the other
I'll
side
be
of
there.
town. You're
Yeah.
gonna be there.
Bells and whistles. Bells and whistles.
Yes.
Bells on.
Bells and whistles with coffee in hand.
That's it, girl. So, Mary, tell me everything. I want to hear what's going on with you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, everything. I mean, I started music when I was really little. So I started singing at like 9 or 10 years old, and then professionally got paid for it at 12.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah. I actually, I don't know if you guys know the Kids Bop CDs.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't do the CDs. I decided not to at that point, but I did do the tour. So I ended
Oh,
up
nice.
city tour.
That's awesome.
Too much fun.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. It's honestly where I really learned that I love to be on stage and perform and like do the thing.
That was one of my questions for you.
Yeah, that was I would say like my activation moment, I guess.
Okay.
Where I was
Megan, I
Yeah.
actually sent her a copy of all your questions.
You better
so
fucking not have.
she's all proud of her
You
questions.
better. I'm so proud.
I'm rehearsed with my answers.
Right.
So 12 was professionally figured out I like wanted to do it for the rest of my life, but I didn't know at what capacity at that point. Like
Right.
I'm 12 years old, so I spent a little bit of time out in LA after Kids Bop trying to do the acting, dancing, singing thing. Definitely not a scene for children, by the way.
Right.
Thank God for my
No.
mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. I used to live in LA before I moved to Georgia. And
I mean, even now as an adult, is it really a great place to be? You know what I mean?
I mean, I have a blast, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the safest. And yeah.
When I being 13, my mom was like, you need to go live a bit of a normal life. But I still loved music. So I was constantly
Right.
find a place to be on stage. And so I did like competitions and stuff. Like we moved back to Texas, I was like doing competitions. I was doing the Opries of Texas, which is really where like classic traditional country music came into play for me. And honestly, it was prior to Kids Bop too, because I did a little bit of it. Like we did like cowboy churches and like
Okay.
that
That's
at
great.
a young age.
That's great.
Found my passion for classic country music at a young age. And so that ended up, I did a record at 14 years old in Austin. That was my first time. I know. It's weird. It's weird talking about it because looking back, I'm like, and now having a kid, I'm like,
right. It changes your perspective on everything.
Yeah. Would I let her do that?
Would you let your kid become an artist at 14 and perform and do what you did?
If she looked me dead in the eye and really told me she knew
it was her dream, right?
Like if she has to be the lead factor on that. It's not only me pushing that bus.
Right.
Right. Absolutely.
I think for me, that was what it was for me. And that's what my parents, I don't think my mom was like, I want to go on tour. Actually, I know for a fact she didn't want to. And I was good at convincing her to.
The sacrifices.
You talked her
So was
into
she
it.
your momager?
Well, at that age, yeah.
I was like, at that age, you kind of have to be. And I don't ever think she really wanted to be that, but it was just about, someone had to protect me. And thank God for my parents, honestly. My dad too, like he has a love for music and he was the one kind of early on to realize that I had natural talent, like a natural vibrato and like pitch wise and everything. Because he did like band in high school. So he had an ear, and my mom was like, she's got what? What's a vibrato? Like,
I don't even know what a vibrato is.
She's going to show you when she sings.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
you'll hear it.
Megan, she said vibrato, not vibrator.
Oh, there we go. I don't know what that is either.
Oh, Megan. Oh, I saw those little wings. Are those? Where's their wings, Megan?
The horns holding
Yeah.
up my halo.
Yeah, exactly. That's more like it.
Yeah, so I did a record at 14. It was called Crazy Good. It was my first time like trying to write songs too. Which, by the way, at 14, like, what do you even write about? First crushes, things like that. Like, it was wild. And then I ended up meeting a manager in Nashville shortly after that. And we had this idea, because I've been playing the Operas of Texas for a while. We had this idea of doing a record of classic country songs. And our idea. Yeah, because a lot of people in the opera were like, can we get a CD of like what you're singing? And so we're like, why don't we do a classic country record? And our idea was to get legendary musicians in Texas to be on the record. And we took that idea to the manager in Nashville, and she just so happened to have really good relationships with Kent Wells, who's Dolly Parton's producer, and Powers, who is was an incredible singer-songwriter who toured with William Merle early on. She said, she was like, I want you guys to think a little bigger than that. And no joke, you guys, we ended up doing an entire record of duets with country music legends. So I got
that's awesome.
I got to sing
What's the name of the record?
Called Bridges.
Okay.
Tell me who you sang with. I heard Willie. I love that. Go ahead.
Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, the Oak Ridge Boys, Tanya Tucker, Vince Gill, Neil Sedaka.
Beautiful.
Oh, Neil.
Yeah, Neil was a bit random because you don't really think classic country with Neil Sedaka. He did Where the Boys Are by Connie Francis, and that was my song. And
Neil Sedaka is incredible.
Oh, wild. Yeah, so he's singing on the record on Where the Boys Are with me on that record. Yeah. So
cool.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a blessing. That's amazing.
So wild. Yeah.
So here's what I want to do is I want to get you to sing a song for us. I know Megan's got a shitload of questions for you.
But I want to wait until they're both on, because I want to ask, I'm curious to know, like,
the back and forth.
Right.
Damn, Megan, you're all fired up.
Yes,
I'm on it tonight.
Damn, girl, you on fire tonight, girl.
She did her show prep.
I did. Woman with a plan, you know.
I want to hear you sing.
Ever.
We do.
Yeah, so I figured I'd play you guys the newest single I just released.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah,
What is it?
It's called The Bottom. We just released it, and we actually just released a full-blown music video with it too, and we took it to radio. So
wonderful.
Yeah, so this one's this actually feels inspired by Texas, growing up playing dive bars and such. So all right,
here we go. Mary Sarah, right here on Roger the Wild Child Show.
Suit and tie professional, 6 figures, no decimal on paper. What a life that would be. That was my 5-year plan 5 years ago. Might need another 5 or so, but it's alright, 'cause I'm in good company. I could have chased gold till I was dead, but I followed the neon instead. I wanna be where the mountains and the colors of blue. I wanna drink where you buy one and they give you 2. If we had more money, we'd have more problems. Heard it's only at the top. You can find us at the bottom shelf, bottoms up, bottom of the barrel till the sun comes up. Down here I'm a regular. Round here rounds are better served. Straight from the well, make them strong and cheap. You can put them on my tab any day of the week. Yeah, I wanna be where the mountains and the colors of blue. I wanna drink where you buy one and they give you 2. If we had more money, we'd have more problems. Heard it's only at the top. You can find us at the bottom shelf, bottoms up, bottom of the barrel till the sun comes up. I wanna be with the mountains and the colors of blue. I wanna drink with you by one and they give you two. If we had more money, we'd have more problems. Heard it's only at the top. You can find us at the bottom. If we had more money, we'd have more problems. Heard it's only at the top. You can find us at the bottom shelf, bottoms up, bottom of the barrel till the sun comes up.
Woo!
Okay,
Yeah.
girl.
Go on, girl.
Hey, I mean, that
Man,
was
that
fire.
fire. That shit was fire.
Wow.
Iron
I
Cheese.
knew you'd be good, but I was not expecting your pipes. You are
Thanks.
killer.
I was. I
You
know
are
you can sing.
killer.
I know you can sing.
Yeah.
That was great.
Wow.
Great song. Great. What?
you.
I love the attitude. I love the story. I love
Yeah.
your tone.
It fits my sass.
Yeah. That's great.
I love
Great.
it.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
Good
Where did you
job.
record the song? Who'd you record it with?
So I recorded it here in Nashville.
Okay.
Producer Bart Butler. He's an
Okay.
incredible producer. He produced literally like all of the John Party records out there. He's
Oh, cool.
King. He's
I love
got
him.
cuts with Cody Johnson. Yeah, he's friggin' fantastic. So
Yep.
uh,
Love
Great.
Cody Johnson. too.
Fantastic.
Guys, you have a question for Mary? Just put a comment in there, put it in the chat. We'll get her to answer your questions or just say hi. Yeah. So she wants to interact with you guys.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Oh, it's so fun.
Jump on,
That was
everybody.
really
Say hi.
good.
So
Yes.
So
Go ahead,
Mary,
Yeah.
if you were to open up for any artist, who would you want to open up with?
Ooh. Like living or
Both.
Either
both?
or.
Oh, dude. Okay. First off, Patsy Cline, hands down.
Oh,
It-
good.
All right.
I was gonna say you remind me of Patsy Cline.
Yeah, she does.
Right?
Got that vibe.
Like my heart gets sad that because she'd still be alive today. And
Right.
like, my heart gets really sad that
Mm.
Right.
didn't ever get that opportunity. And like she just knocked down doors for women in country music and
Yes, she
was
did.
such again sassy, just like yeah. So definitely Patsy. And then I would say living right now, there's a lot, but I currently am like a really big Cody Johnson fan right now.
Yes.
Right on. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's nice.
Yes.
I love what he stands for. I love how much he loves his family. Like to me, he's like really encompassing the essence of what country music stands for.
I agree.
Right.
That
I
is
agree.
amazing.
Were
So,
you on The Voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
She was.
Jamie
door.
Pettit. I probably botched his name up. He says, "Hi, I remember her from The Voice." Did I miss that in my notes?
Yeah, I was
Can
gonna
I
get.
just
I was gonna
ask-
get there. That's where I discovered Mary.
Can I just ask who the coaches were when you were on The Voice?
Yeah. So it's been a minute. So it was in 2016. So it was the last season that Christina Aguilera was on there. So it was Blake Shelton, Christina Aguilera, Pharrell Williams, and Adam Levine.
Nice.
Yeah, baby. It was.
Whose team were
And
you
who was your
on?
coach? Who was your coach?
Can you guess?
Yeah,
Blake Shelton, of course.
Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is
I
he really
almost
that
said-
humble of a person? Go ahead.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Literally, you cannot take the Oklahoma out of that guy.
Not at all. Not at all.
Hey,
Yeah.
Todd Gross says, howdy. Wayne Keller says, love you and miss you, Mary Sarah.
Oh my gosh, Wayne is actually he put together a foundation called Cadence Hope. So I'm the national ambassador for it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's super awesome. He supports families who have babies in the NICU, so premature babies. My brother was born in a pound and a half, so it hits home for me. And
that's great.
He's wonderful. He's in Texas, so.
All right.
Yeah, the chat room's blowing up here. Kathy Clifton says, "Hi, Mary Sarah. Love and miss you. Hoping to catch you in Nashville sometime."
I love all the supporters.
Yeah, I cannot think. Like, these are friends, family, fans.
Okay.
Like, I am beyond when it comes to support. Like, honestly, lately releasing new music and everything, like, it's just really cool to see how accepting of like the music and everything is, because this is my first time really in a long time releasing original music. Like, I had my Bridges record. I did a duet with David Frizzell on You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma. When I was on The Voice, I was doing cover songs. Like, so a lot of covers. And so this is really like the reintroduction of Mary Sarah as an artist.
That's great.
Started in January 2024. So I
can't wait to listen to your whole album.
Yeah, we've got 3 songs out there right now, and then my next song is called Baby Mama, and I'm really excited about it.
Ooh, that's going to be good. I already know that's going to be good.
I'm going to flip the script. Now, I want to know, who would you want to open for you?
Oh my gosh.
You read my fucking questions.
That's tough because, like, my immediate is, like, I think of, like, friends of mine here in Nashville and stuff, and, like, really amazing, talented people that totally deserve.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
In spotlight, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, that's tough, honestly. Like, the first person I thought of was literally my best friend Carly, and her husband James are in a duo, and they're fantastic. They're called Carly and James. Like, so good. And then if I was thinking like somebody, I mean, hopefully one day there's a lot of different people opening up for me.
There you go.
Do you know who Travis Meadows is?
How do I know Travis Meadows?
He writes like for everybody, but he wrote Dierks Bentley, Riser, his song Black. He writes for Eric Church.
So good. Dierks and they're so good. I know that name. Like I know. Okay. I feel like I have met him.
It's in the circle. Yeah, it's a circle of writers. Yeah.
You're one person away from knowing everybody in this town.
Who are some of your biggest influences that aren't in the industry? Like,
oh my gosh, there's so many, and I immediately go to like friends and family. I would have to say, so my significant other, Mitch, like he's my person, and like he's an artist too.
Okay.
So technically he's in the artist vein, but to be honest, I'd have to say like my family, like my immediate family, definitely, but also his immediate family. Like they have been,
I love that,
really supportive. Because we were at a festival not too long ago, and his dad was every person we met. He was like my PR. Like he was walking around showing to everybody. Like I gained so many fans off of just
that is awesome.
I was like, that's so cool. So like just the people that I'm thankfully God has surrounded me with, my family and friends.
That's great.
Sure. Yeah.
So Bobby Clark on Facebook, sounding great as usual. We love you.
That's his dad.
How is it?
Is it?
What's up, Pops?
Hi, Dad.
What's up, Pops?
Hey, Dad. Jamie Pettit says, when does the whole CD come out?
Oh my gosh. So right now we have got a lot of songs like cut. We're trying to decide if we're going to do an album quite yet. Like I said, I'm just starting to release new music, so we're just trying to build the momentum.
Do single at a time.
Single at a time. And, I create all the time. So I don't know if I feel like I'm quite there with a full record to like put a cohesive thing together to feel like this is my record. Right now I feel really like single based. So
smart move.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Definitely.
Now, so
build the momentum, get the buzz going, and then slowly work some singles, then an EP, then work a few more singles and milk it and then drop a record. By that time, it'll evolve and develop, and you may write a couple more, Yeah,
exactly. And you just keep creating,
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring, I don't normally do this, but because Megan's got all these questions, I'm going to bring our other guest on to join
Megan,
together.
what's going on here with you tonight, man? You feeling all right? She's all
Yeah.
fired up, man. Go on, girl.
She got the mojo going on tonight.
I'm excited. Hi, Justin.
Justin,
What's up, Justin?
Gang? How y'all?
How y'all doing, brother?
Being here.
Yeah, just enjoying the evening right here. I appreciate you guys having me on, and
we appreciate.
I'll tell you right now, Mary Sarah, what an amazing artist, right?
Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
Amazing.
I really appreciate that. I'm excited.
I know
way,
you're
Megan,
just as amazing, Justin. I know.
Yeah, and Megan, I was also going to tell you this too. Go Vols.
I liked you.
As she said, liked as in past.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm kidding.
So Roger, I've got 30 minutes to redeem myself then, right?
Yeah,
right.
you do. Absolutely, you do.
Right now.
Okay, and Mariah on Facebook says, agreed, Mary Sarah is an amazing artist. Woo!
Absolutely.
Mariah, I love you. Mariah lives in Colorado. She's a great friend of mine. She's also a big supporter, so I love her so much.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, Justin, what do you think of Mary so far? I mean, you probably want to open for her.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, I definitely, you kind of set it up today. I definitely don't want to follow her, but it looks like that's what I'm doing today eventually. So.
We'll go co-headline. That's what that is.
There you go.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
So what's happening, Jason? Tell me your story, man. I want to hear it. Justin, I'm sorry. Sorry. My bad. I'm running on 2 hours sleep. Give me a break there, Megan.
Jay, what's up?
You can call me.
She got you. She got
you.
you.
Can call me anything, just don't call me late to dinner.
Oh.
Good one.
No.
Good one.
Well, so my story is I'm from Northwest Tennessee. Live in a little town called Dyersburg. It's just a little bitty dot on the map and everything. And Mary Sarah, she talked about her journey in music and everything like that. And my journey is really quite different from a lot of the people, who I consider peers now and artists. I didn't get into music until late.
Really?
I really didn't even start picking up a guitar till I was like 20, 21 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was, I'd always been told, you got an amazing voice. Just didn't really do anything with it. And then, and then all of a sudden.
What made you do something with it?
So I lived in Nashville, right outside of Nashville for about 8 years.
Okay.
And it was one of those things where, when I went to Nashville, I never did music the whole time I was there. But I was around people in the music industry. I was in the same town as Middle Tennessee State University. And if you know anything about NTSU, they've got one of the best music programs in the entire country.
They do.
I'm talking about top to bottom, whether you're talking about music business, recording industry, everything. So I was literally surrounded by aspiring people at every single level of music, whether it be music business, recording industry, or artists even. And it was really inspiring. And, we would sit around, I was still young, and, we would sit around and do what younger people do and, have a few beers, sit around and
I'm not young. I do that.
Yeah.
You're young.
To say, if 44 is young, then I still do that also. So
you're 44?
Yes.
No.
I'm like, he does not look 44.
No, not at all.
No, he does
I thought you were
not.
about to pop up with like 24, 25, 26 at the most.
I was going to go with 56, 57, 58, but
Roger.
Lie.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I'm extremely surprised with all the mileage I've got. I don't look older than I do either, but thank you for the compliment and everything. But
that's all right, man. Let the music do the talking. That's all that matters.
That's right.
Exactly. So, like I said, I hung out with a lot of people that were aspiring in the music industry stuff, and it inspired me. And I would sit around and I would be sitting with these people, and they'd be like, "Hey, you want to write a song? They heard me sing. They're like, you should have done music and everything like that." And I really just kind of they're just trying to humor me and everything like that. And I got to where I was sitting with a couple of these people, and started writing with them, and they were like, "Dude, you can write." And they're like, "Okay, you can write and you can sing. Can you play guitar?" I'm like, so not really. So, of course, that's where I picked up the guitar. And for a lot of years after that, I literally just said, "Okay, I'm going to play guitar. I want to play guitar well enough to be able to arrange my music and everything like that." And didn't really, and I wrote for a long extended period of time before I ever performed out live. I would sit around and do, just like I said, just around a group and do and just kind of play, whether it be around a bonfire, hang your feet off a tailgate or something like that.
Right. Those are the best.
Absolutely.
Oh, I agree, and I'll tell you this much: that's in a small town like where I'm from, that's one of the better options of things to do around here. Trust me.
Right.
Yeah.
But
right.
One thing I found is that a lot of my inspiration for my songwriting has to do with my upbringing. I grew up in a farm in Northwest Tennessee. It's kind of, when a lot of the songs that you hear in country music, I feel like I've lived them. So of course, when you live them, you've got that insight of being able to expound on them. And, that's a lot of what, really goes into my writing and everything.
Who are some of your biggest musical and even non-musical influences other than, I know, your upbringing, but anybody in specific?
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and name the obvious ones here. The obvious one, Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggard are two of my absolute biggest influences. I'm also influenced a lot by the Southern rock, a lot of Southern rock. The Skinner, Molly Hatchet, Skinner, Marshall Tucker. Which I'll tell you, I remember riding around in the country with my dad, and checking cows and stuff like that. And he would put Marshall Tucker in. He said, "It's one of the greatest bands that's ever played right there." And what's really cool is having an opportunity to meet Doug Gray, the lead singer of Marshall Tucker, when they were going around on their 50th anniversary. And I remember going back to my dad and I was like, something, if nothing else happens to me in this industry, I got to meet Doug Gray and Marshall Tucker. So I thought that was pretty awesome. So
very cool.
Like the traditional artists, the Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggards are right up there for me. The Southern rock is another thing. Now, this is going to be an ironic one for you because when I really delved into, I started really getting into who this person really was, like what he was about and how amazing he was at his craft. I'm a huge Prince fan.
I love Prince.
I knew
that's
I liked
not
you.
unusual.
I knew I liked you.
That's a great thing, guy to study, man.
Points again with Megan.
No, I'm a huge
I
Prince
knew you.
fan.
I knew it.
You should be. Everybody should be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I find myself trying to, obviously Prince and I are so different, I should say. But I find myself digging in his catalog and getting inspiration, and just the sheer talent in that man was just unbelievable,
unreal.
Yeah,
I got to see him in Atlanta the night he died.
Oh wow!
Really?
Thursday night. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a Thursday night. He played at the Fox Theater.
Yeah.
And I got to see him.
My gosh, that's great.
And it was my most there's nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
There's
So I saw
like
Prince. I saw Prince perform as well when at the old Starwood Amphitheater in South Nashville.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was one of the greatest concerts. Earth, Wind, and Fire opened up for him.
Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm going to tell you right now.
That's badass right there.
Yeah.
You talk about two just amazing. Earth, Wind, and Fire opened up for him, and I was like, "How's it going to get any better than this?"
It doesn't.
And then
It was just
Prince comes
amazing.
out, and he's like, "Oh, let me show you."
Right. Exactly.
Hey, by the way, Carrie Arp says, "Hey, Justin Wright."
What's up, Carrie? That's one of my Western Kentucky people. Geographically, we're right in the northwest corner of Tennessee, and our biggest support is we've got a huge amount of support in Western Kentucky as well as Western Tennessee, and that's actually why we decided to put our single release smack dab in the middle of the two. That way, they could all come there. So
good.
Awesome.
Well, let's hear it, man. Let's hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear you sing.
What do you
hear me
sing
sing?
for us?
Okay.
I want to hear you, brother. Sing me a song.
So I was
sing me a hit.
I was discussing this earlier. I'm identified as a country rocker, and I'm a guy that it's really out front of a band, and I'm running all over the stage, everything. I play guitar every now and then and stuff like that. And we were talking about how when I had the opportunity to play acoustic and stuff, how it's an opportunity to just kind of strip it down,
right,
and get more intimate, and actually sing songs that I wrote from a place of, deep emotion.
Deep.
And now this song is a song that I have only performed it one time out live. And but it means a lot to me, and it really means a lot to me because my daughter loves this song, and she's a part of this song too. So but this song is called Let Them Go.
Love it.
Yeah.
And I'll just go ahead and play it for you. So
okay. We got Justin Wright here on the Roger the Wild Child Show.
My world revolved around you, just gave me chills. Back when I was enough for you, before the morphine and the pills. Girl, I grew to love, became a distant memory. You were the talk of all the people in small town Tennessee. Tried to beat it a million times, and I knew I couldn't win. And it picks my heart to pieces, see the shape that you're in. 'Cause I just can't seem to let you go, no matter how I try. I think about the yesteryear with a teardrop in my eye. Nothing I can do. One thing I know, God, it leads me elsewhere. I can't seem to let him go. 3 months short of age, Grandpa got the news. The doctor said it's cancer, and there's nothing we can do. I sit there and I watched him slowly fade away. The strongest man I ever knew. The Lord came and took away. He was my best friend, protector of the family tree. And I wonder if he saw me today, would he still be proud of me? 'Cause I just can't seem to let him go, no matter how I try. I think about the yesteryear with a teardrop in my eye. Nothing I can do. One thing I know, sorry about that. One thing I know, God, it needs me elsewhere. Can't seem to let him go. Now the emptiest part of my heart is the source of all my strife. All the ones that came and went still cut me like a knife. Right now my daughter's 7. One day she'll come to me. Daddy, I think he's the one. I want to start a family. The nest will become empty, so will my heart. For me, it's a bittersweet ending. For her, it's a brand new start. And I'll say, I just can't seem to let you go, no matter how I try. I think about the yesteryears with a teardrop in my eye. Nothing I can do. One thing I know, God needs me elsewhere. I can't seem to let them go. The joys in life are fleeting, but the pain is often slow. There's nothing I can do about it. I just have to let them go.
All right.
Wow.
You can tell I haven't played it in a while. I fumbled it up a little bit on the guitar, but hey, it is what it is.
You know,
just don't put the face.
I know, right.
It's all right. Great story, man.
Before we started the episode tonight, you were doing your sound check. You're right. You said that you're in a different you're out of your comfort zone because you're used to doing a full big band production type thing, and to do something acoustic is something that's out of your element. But let me tell you, you killed it, dude. You killed it.
I appreciate it. And and like I said, I'm getting more comfortable and everything with that. And I want to thank you guys for the opportunity to do that, because the only way to do it is to do it. So
yeah,
that's right. Great job, man. Great story too.
I was gonna say the story itself, like, I'll try not to cry because honestly, it hits like really hard right now. So first off, I have a 3.5-year-old, so that last half about your daughter, like, don't even want to think about it.
I'm over here bawling my eyes out. I'm like legit trying to wipe tears as I'm like trying to be secretive.
Literally, my mom had to fly to Texas because my aunt is passing away of cancer. Literally, like.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear. First was like, I was like, oh my gosh! I'm like, all these things. I'm like, don't just start weeping on this right now. Oh my
God. Okay.
That's
okay.
Like that song's very beautiful and can connect with a lot of people. That's awesome.
That is it hit home for me. That was.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that song released yet, or is it coming out, or is it out, or
that song has not released yet. Like I said,
is it recorded?
It's tucked back in my catalog. What we're doing right now is we're going through the catalog right now. We've got a release that's coming out next Friday, and we're going to actually, the release is coming out next Friday. I'm going back in the studio August the 20th to do some more recordings. So.
Okay.
So where can everybody find your music? What's your channels? Tell everybody where you're at.
Pretty much all of them. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all of the major streaming platforms. You can find it anywhere on there. You can go to jwandthedirtystrings.com. That's actually we're in the process right now of revamping the webpage, if you will. Of course, on Facebook, Instagram, Justin Wright and the Dirty Strings. You can check it out there. We'll make sure we have plenty of links and everything. We'll have QR codes for all the links and everything like that. So, we're super excited. It's amazing the whirlwind as far as the music has gone, because, we were a band we were playing, or myself and my band, we were playing around, just regionally. And then all of a sudden, you can attest to this, Patrick. It can flip on a dime.
Oh, trust me.
And somebody out there saw something in us, and then they brought us to Nashville. We played Country Radio Week, and then that's where we ran into Paul Ann with Blaze Entertainment, TSK Music Management with Terry McCreary, and just it kind of took off from there. And I will tell you this much: we haven't done this. We haven't really talked about it yet. But I have the most amazing band ever, and the name of the band is Justin Wright and the Dirty Strings, and I get so much encouragement, and I'm so inspired by them, and they're just amazing.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
I love how you plug your band, man. That's great.
I love it.
I love that.
Well, they're the backbone of this. The sound that we created. I mean, it is a country rock sound. But it does have some unique elements to it. I think you can actually see some of the alternative come through as well, because
that's cool.
If you I told you guys how old I was, and I'm not going to repeat it if somebody just came on. I don't want them to know that.
Hey,
but
don't ever be afraid to rock.
That's right.
You guys
don't ever be afraid to rock.
If you guys do the math, when I was in my formidable years, the alternative movement was really big. Even grunge was as well. So. As much as I grew up listening to the traditional, the Haggards, the Waylon Jennings, the Southern rock and everything, there was still that sound that was coming out of Seattle that everybody was in everybody's ear, and then the alternative sound. And I like to think that one of the things that helps us out in terms of us as bands, the uniqueness of the sound, and how it's just such a melting pot of different inspirations, and that comes also different inspirations from each band member as well. So
that's great. That's great.
That's awesome.
Well, I feel like music's in a really great spot right now because of the cross, just the different types of music crossing over. It's just a great, everybody's like, when you're on the business side of things and whether you're producing records or you're an artist, well, what lane do we put them in? Let's try a lane of just great songs. Mm-hmm. Let the songs speak and let the people decide where they want. That's what I think is happening with music right now, which is a great thing because you can cross over from country to rock to pop to R&B, and if the power's in the song, it's how you sell it. So I think music's in a great spot right now, and just great songs and great band and great performances really will be enough. You don't have to worry about all the other stuff that comes with it because it really comes down to the song,
Exactly.
Right.
And an illustration of that, Patrick, is that I do have a single out right now. It actually did hit number one on an independent radio.
Fantastic.
But I'm saying that to say this is that song right there that's out right now is so different from the song that we're releasing on Friday.
What's the name of it?
Yeah, tell everybody what it is. Tell everybody.
Okay, so the one that's already released is called "Cause I Can." It's out on all platforms as well.
Okay.
The next one. Here's the thing: is the way we've been marketing this single is.
I love it.
We've been very cryptic on this single that's coming out. We've kind of thrown hints out, but I will give you a storyline. It's a crime of passion type of song that has a very, very, very interesting plot twist to it. And
now I'm curious.
But see, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm like, just leave it there. Everyone's gonna be like, I wonder what it is.
Right.
I'll put it to you this way. The only thing that we've been putting out on as far as the release is we've been throwing a red Scarlet A out there. That's it.
Right.
This will be interesting.
I love it.
But no.
Hey, Mary, you have any dates lined up, Mary? I don't mean to. I just was curious. Do you have any dates lined up?
Yeah, I'll be in Texas. I'm locking in kind of the dates with the venues, so I'll probably have it up this next week on all of my socials and such on the dates in Texas in October. But we're looking at trying to book the later half of this year, but really like hit it hard beginning of this next year. So
and tell everybody where they can find you at.
Yes. Yeah, it's just Mary Sarah with an H. And Mary Sarah Music is Instagram, like all social media. And then again, I'm as well on all streaming platforms. So you can find me there, just Mary Sarah. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
You better get set up down in Texas. Call Mo. I'm sure he'll get you in.
What? I'm so glad you said something because I literally was thinking, I was like, where should we go? Because I have a booking guy down in Texas.
Or Rowdy's.
Yeah. So I just, we just locked into the dates almost today, literally. So.
Okay.
Good,
okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Hold on, where did it go? What message or feeling do you hope your fans take away from your music?
Now that was deep.
Yeah. Go ahead, both of you answer. Mary, you go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would, to be honest, I guess maybe authentic and relatable.
Okay.
I never want to be put on a pedestal, to be honest. I think that fame is so wild sometimes because like, I really hope people know, like, I'm not a perfect person and I have, you know, I have family. Yeah. I'm very normal, you know, and I just am very passionate about music. And, you know, if my story in any type of way can help, like, I hope it does, you know, just like other artists have done for me. So I think like really just, I guess, really relatable and honest, you know.
Okay. What about you, Justin?
Well, I always said that I wanted my music to be genuine and true to who I am. You know, we talked about my background and everything. What I want the fans to do is when they turn the radio on and say, you know something, when you listen to that guy, you know he lived it.
Oh,
you know, you know, he's not singing about something he doesn't know about.
Yeah.
He's singing basically the soundtrack of his life. You know, and to me, I think that being genuine and authenticity is extremely important in music. And I know that, you know, to a certain degree, maybe some artists do get away from that, but I think it's very important to be authentic and true to who you are. And that's the one thing, that's one of the cornerstones that I want people to think about me when they hear my music and the band's music.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Now, what is the best piece of advice you've gotten from either a musician or an industry professional?
Go, Mary.
Woo. Let me think for just a second. Honestly, probably Ray Price. That sounds wild, but
wow.
Okay. He gave incredible advice. He gave a lot of different things, but one of the biggest things was to know your audience.
That's very good.
And that to me has stuck. So like any shows that I play, like I don't think of every place as the same. Mm-hmm. So I really do try to research and learn about where I'm at and try to tailor my show to know the audience and have them feel loved in that type of way. So that was like a huge piece of advice for me that's really stuck. And he said to keep it classy too. So
okay. Yeah. Great advice. Great advice.
Justin?
What about you, Justin?
Okay. So some of the best advice I've gotten a lot. My drummer is a guy that is been very well traveled in music. He's been on tours. He's done pretty much everything you can do in music. And he's given me a lot of advice, but the one thing that sticks out to me that he told me is he said, it doesn't matter if it's 2 people, 200, 2,000, 200,000.
Yep.
You bring it the same way every single time. And, you know, I always go back to, you know, when I played football, the coach, leave it all out on the field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Leave it all out on the stage. Because the fact of the matter is that, you know, one of those 2 people, you may be only playing to 2 people, but one of those 2 people, you know, you may be a release for them. You know, they may be going through and burdened with all of these things in their life.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're giving them a break from the things that are bothering them. Or you can inspire them, you know, like if you know, I've got songs about not giving up and staying the course. Well, if that song hits somebody that is just, and you know, we don't know what people are dealing with. You know, I mean, you know, some of the, you know, I always go back to Robin Williams. You know, you look at Robin Williams, you thought he was the like the happiest person in the world. That just goes to show you can't tell. So what you got to do is
can't judge a book by its cover.
That's right.
Do it now.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
No, absolutely not. And, you know, that's some of the best advice I got was from my drummer, Greg Fry. He told me, he said, doesn't matter the size of the crowd. It doesn't matter the size of the venue. Yeah. And he said, by and large, it doesn't matter how you feel. If you're at 80%, give 100% of 80%.
I think that's amazing advice because I think also like as an artist, like, and you know this, like it can be a whirlwind sometimes, like, and you can get lost in a lot of stuff. Like if you can bring yourself back to that every single time, I don't think there's such thing as a burnout at that point. Like, because if you're remembering like why, like, and that's the why right there. Like,
absolutely.
So this leads me into my next question.
Of course,
girl.
What I know, like the best advice they've given you, but if you, from your experiences, could give aspiring artists a piece of advice, what would it be?
I feel like it kind of coincides with what Justin just said, because I think there's so many, well, at least in Nashville, there's a lot of people trying to do the same thing.
Right.
And it's so easy to let somebody tell you to be something and to who you're going to be. And I think experience is necessary to learn who you are. So I don't think you can immediately just know who you are right off the bat. I think you definitely have to experience and go through things and shift and change, and whether that's, your sound, your genre, but I think eventually you'll get there. And that's the biggest key, is just knowing who you are, so no one else gets to shift that or anything. Because at the end of the day, again, you can burn out so easily by not being who you are. And I've honestly been there. Right. So
it can happen.
Yep.
Yeah,
Great
Cindy
advice.
on YouTube.
Excellent
says,
advice.
Excellent
What
topic.
about you,
Excellent discussion.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
It's my question. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hold on.
What about you, Justin?
I don't have my keyboards. I was gonna get that horn and honk it for you, babe.
I would say the best advice that I think I could give somebody is actually it probably translates a lot into life in general. If you're interested in music, you want to do music, you're inspired by music, or you want to play music, just go out there and play music. I know that sounds very, very, don't put any barriers up. Go out there and be the best you can be.
That's right.
Because with me, it literally started sitting around a bonfire in the middle of nowhere in Middle Tennessee, and then it comes full circle. It's kind of went in stages. It was like, okay, I started doing this around a little bonfire, and then the next thing got a band and we're playing a few local places around here, and then the next thing we're playing these great events, and we've got new music coming out, working with producers that I could have only a producer and company I could only dream of.
Right.
Yeah.
And one last question. Last one. Any fun rituals or anything y'all do before your shows?
I definitely pray. I pray a lot.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
I pray.
That's a good thing to do.
And
I feel you.
I make sure I'm like, Lord, we're here for you. This is gifts, and you use them, because we have no control over that.
That's right.
So that's definitely the biggest thing that I do, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My weird ritual, I don't know that I necessarily need to go ahead and say what it is, because because Paula Ann and the management team is probably like, oh mercy, no, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I really don't have any rituals. I do know this. I do like to try to go and talk to people before the show.
I love that
if they're accessible.
Yeah.
Because actually going and talking to them on a personal level, it calms me.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
and you learn so much.
You really do, and it's the connection that you have with them becomes bigger than just music. If you're sitting down there and you're talking everything,
for sure.
Like the people that come on here, I can't tell you the countless people that have come into my life just because of what I've decided to do.
Isn't that wild?
And knowing that before the show, because once the show goes on, you don't really have time to get the interaction. Yes, you can after the show to a certain degree, but I think it's very, very important to go and talk to the people that took the time out of their show. And she will tell you, if you're in Nashville, you can go anywhere you want to go. On every corner, every 50 feet, there's a band playing.
Right.
And what you should do is you should covet the ones that come to your show and let them know how much you appreciate them. Yep. And then just talking with them. I think that's a ritual that I do, because I think that really calms me down and gets me ready to go.
That's great.
I love it. I love it.
Mary Sarah, I thank you very much for taking your time and joining us tonight. Justin Wright.
Yes,
awesome.
Thank y'all.
You guys need
great
to be
meeting
dual
you,
headliners.
Mary. Hope to see you soon. You guys are great.
Justin, I'm such a fan. of everything you're doing. So
I love it.
To get to know you more right now, it makes me. I'm like, I need to go listen to him. I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna do all the things. So
maybe you guys could make a song together. Do a duet.
Maybe
you
tour
you
together.
never know.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
I'm just putting it out there.
Right.
I got you. Now you have an amazing voice, and
Yes, she does.
you know, I think that they alluded to this. It's a timeless tone and a feel to it.
Thank you.
Got that Patsy Cline. Patsy Cline is never going out of style.
No,
Nope.
I don't care what anybody
Does she
says.
not remind you of Patsy Cline too?
She really does.
100%.
Amazing.
She really does.
Yes. Like as soon as you started, I was like Patsy Cline.
Thank you.
Patsy Cline,
Thank you.
100%.
That means a lot to me. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Megan.
Y'all
Yeah.
For having us.
I love that tune that you played too. The best of luck with your future release, and I'm going to be following you, and hopefully we can cross paths from both of you guys. I'm going to check you both out. We're out there in the minefields.
Absolutely.
My next release for me is September 6th. So
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let me know what it is, and we'll share it in our social media.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We'll have you all back on. Hey, you know what? Maybe we'll have them all next year when we do our CMA pre-CMA thing. We'll have them all down to perform with us.
There you go.
Y'all will have to come and say hello.
Yeah, we have to do that. That should be. We should get that on the schedule.
Okay.
For next year.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right.
We'll get that into work. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Justin, for joining.
Great job, guys. Great job.
Good night.
Good night.
God bless you all.
Okay. What a great show tonight.
Yeah, that was
I've
great.
never had a guest make me cry with his music. That song,
It was a great story.
Yeah.
It was touching.
That was
Yep.
amazing.
Yep.
That was amazing. They're both phenomenal.
They were both. Mary's new tune was killing. They were great night, man. Killing it. She's killing it.
Night.
Yep. And great questions, Megan.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I've
man.
I've got 2 more
A+
papers of them. I got
Very
2 more,
good.
so be
Roger,
prepared.
she's after your job, dude. You better watch it.
Be prepared. Next week, it's still on.
Yeah, next week you're in the corner, Roger.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. We'll be back next week. Brand new episode. We'll be live with great performances. And of course,
I'll be ready next week.
Yeah. And Kristen Cave should be back next week, and she should be in the artist spot or the co-host spotlight. And then hopefully Elise is back and giving us the Nashville music news.
Yeah. For
So,
sure.
Absolutely.
Hey, all right, guys. We'll see you
Great
guys
job, everybody.
all next week. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you guys share the episode and listen to us on all the podcast platforms.
And listen to Mary Sarah and Justin Wright.
Yeah, do that. That too. All right, guys. See you later.
Good night.
Peace. Good night.